Those guys, I'm Counter, back again with another video. Today we're going to be doing a movie review on Madame Web. This film is an interesting one, and I will say that the story isn't even that bad. It's actually okay. The storyline is intriguing, interesting. I will say the character of Madame Web is just a bit crap. I don't really like the character. I like the other three. I think the comedy in this film is really good. Like, I was laughing a couple of times, during this film. I think the three girls, like, their chemistry together worked really well. I think it's quite funny in that sense. Madame Web, she can be funny at times and stuff. Especially that scene where she's trying to climb the wall when she falls down. I think that's probably the funniest bit she had. But, I don't know, her character is like, oh, I don't really care about kids or family or anything like that. It's like, what? It's like, all right, it's like, I don't really want to root for you. I can't side with her, She's just kind of put in this situation where she has to randomly save these three people because, she's got the power to, like, see the future. Yeah, and then she just doesn't really want to help them. She just kind of want to figure it out for herself. Why is all this stuff happening? And I mean, like, the shots look really cool. There's some really cool shots in there. The VFX when it was on screen looked cool, like, especially when she's in the Madame Web world. It looks sick. I get what people are saying with the CW type crap when that scene where in the villain's dream. And that's the thing, you only see the superheroes like twice, in the dream sequence and the end. I will say this as well, everything in the trailer was kind of in the movie. Like, they sport all the best scenes from the trailer that were in the film. I didn't even know how long it was, but apparently it was 2 hours. Yeah, they built out kind of like the characters and the plot and stuff really well. I think the characters got really good development, but there just wasn't much like going on, and honestly it feels like a pointless film to tell. Like, a standalone film, I get that, but for like a Spider-Man connected movie, there's not really that many connections, like, here and there with the spiders and whatnot. The end is kind of cool. I see her in the full suit, the three girls as well. But I thought that we would actually get to see the three girls like in action and learning their powers and all that stuff. We don't get any of that, man. We don't get any of that. It's not an origin story of the girls. The girls just stay the same throughout the whole film, and you just see like the future selves, like the future vision is where you see the suits in action and stuff. Which I'm kind of like, bruh, because I kind of wanted to see them three like fight and stuff. So like, there's not really that many action sequences. By the way, the villain was badass. I liked him. He was probably my favourite character throughout the whole thing. The villain killed it. I think he smashed his role. But it's like, when they're trying to fight him, they kind of just run away every single time. Because he's getting close, he's doing this really cool Spider-Man jumpy stuff. And then Madame Web will just drive a truck into him, or drive a car into him. Every single time that would just happen. That's how they get away. It's like, what? How are you going to do this every time? But I will say, it's really cool though, how from the beginning, how you can see her getting her powers and stuff when she falls into the water. She's like, boom, getting all the powers. And it's really cool how, even in that scene, in the party scene with all the girls, and they're saying like, what was her name or something, and they say, I can't remember what name she said, but it's like, oh, what about Ben? And then she clicks, the balloon pops, boom. Back is saying, she's like, oh, well, what about you, Cassie? What do you think? And then she's like, well, I just said this, and she's like freaking out. I like those kind of scenes when she like goes back in time a bit. Like, that's pretty sick, and it's kind of like Groundhog Day type thing. I rate that. They did something different. I feel like it's not a bad film, all right? It's just missing stuff, because it's very low budget, which you can tell. So they spent all like the budget on the couple action scenes here and there, but really the finale was, it was there. Wasn't much going on. She kind of made three Madame Webs appear out of nowhere so she could save all three of them. But it was kind of cliche as well, and you could kind of see it coming. Some of the stuff was very predictable of what was going to happen and where. I mean, I enjoyed myself for the most part, I was pretty engaged. I think the comedy is the best part of this film. Like, I think the chemistry of the characters, well, the three girls, and I think the villain's the best part. There's just really good characters in this film. Just the main character, Madame Web, I just feel like they should have, I don't know, done something else with her. I really liked her right at the end, because then she was like actual Madame Web, like I remember from the Spider-Man's 90s cartoon, where she was like, she's got the shade, she's in the chair, all red. Just knows everything, proper smart and shit. So I rate that bit. But that only happened at the end. And the three teenagers, they didn't even get their powers and stuff, and we didn't even get to see the origin story, which I'm kind of bummed out we didn't get any of that. So we could have got more action scenes. And one of the best shots in the film, when I jumped up nearly, all right, because I thought Tobey Maguire was going to pull through right at the end. Right, there's a scene where you see like the shot. Now, because I edit like Tobey Maguire videos, I edit like the videos, so I know shot for shot like most of the entire film and stuff. Now, this one shot that they showed in Madame Web is a shot which is like basically identical from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2 when he suits up He's running down the frigging alleyway. He puts on the suit and then he spiderwebs up and he jumps up onto that to the ledge bit. That scene, the POV of Spider-Man going, vroom, they played the same shot in Madam Web. It was the same building and everything. So I was like, yo, is Tobey Maguire gonna get in this? Is he gonna show up? Because I was like, mate, I sprung. Because they showed the shot. It's the same shot from the film. If you've seen Madam Web, you'll know what I'm talking about. But then it just didn't go to anywhere. It's like, what? What? Man, you used the same shot and Tobey didn't show up. I was like, crazy. Because it made sense, because it was set in 2003, so you could have had Tobey in there, because he would have been Spider-Man at that time. Man, but yeah, it got me hyped for no reason, because he didn't even show up. None of the Spider-Man did. So I'm trying to think, for the future, is Madam Web gonna, like, go older? Because obviously now it's set in, like, 2023 time, 2024, I don't know when it's trying to set. Present day, so obviously she's gonna get older. She should hopefully have, like, the white hair and stuff, or the same actor, but do the white hair, long ass, like, tail thing. Maybe that's how she can, like, connect all the universes together and stuff. I feel like they are going towards something, Sony. They've got an end goal, I just don't know what it is. But I feel like they had to make Madam Web because, I don't know, her character is pretty important for, like, you know, multiverse stuff. That's the best way to put it. My favourite part of the whole film was probably the train sequence. I love that scene. She kept going back. You heard that guy's like, New York City is a great new level for saying, or whatever he said. You just see like all the deaths happening, and then she has to save them. And then friggin' he suits up and there's a really cool fight scene where he's beating up the soldiers and shit. I think, yeah, that was probably the best part of the film, that whole train fight. You know, the canteen bit was cool and that. Yeah, you know what else I did like? You know, every time she goes back, we kind of see a different perspective of the whole story, which is pretty cool, actually. So it's like we get to see two different alternate endings type thing. So I rate that. I know you actually get to see the endings where, like, the old girls die and shit. So it's actually her power. She didn't really have any superpowers other than she can see the future. So she can't do any of that. Can't climb walls. All she's got is the mind powers of seeing the future. And somehow, she gets hang of it, and then in the end, you know, she's doing all these bomb shits, and, you know, it kind of works. There was a lot of parts where the villain could have easily just went bang, 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 you know, beating the shit out of all three of them, like, really easily, but, you know, he was just kind of waiting around a couple of times. Like, even, like, at the end, it's just him and Madam Web, and, like, before he dies, he could have, like, I don't know, done something to kill her. I don't know if he can do the whole web shooter thing, but... You know, he could have done something in that scene, and then that peace sign just fucking kills him. I was like, damn, I didn't expect him to die, you know, but he dies in this film, which is crazy. That's a Spider-Man guy, dies. The whole lore of the Spider-Man shit is crazy as well. How that spider, how she got her powers, how her mum died and then she came back alive or some shit. Like, that was pretty cool. And they have, like, a whole tribe of, like, spider people, basically. They basically have loads of tribe of Spider-Man in, like, I forgot where they went, but in a different country. There's just, like, a random tribe of spider people, which is quite cool. I didn't know any of that. But in the end, what I give this out of 10? Out of 10, I gotta give it a 5 out of 10, guys. A 5 out of 10, that's what I'm giving Madam Web. It was just, you know, it was lacking stuff, you know. There's funny parts here and there. It gets the points for just being funny, I guess. They could have done something else with it, you know. Spice it up. I bet if it had a bit more budget, cool action sequences, the story was fine, you know. I feel like there's a bit pacing issues here and there. They could have chopped 10 minutes out. It's a 5 out of 10, guys. This is the end of this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace. Bye.